Andy's refused to get on the school minibus. Hi folks, and welcome to today's vlog. Breaking news. It's going to be a very abrupt start to today's vlog. It's just about 3 o'clock. I've just dropped Anna off at work, and in between Anna being dropped off and me getting home, she's had a phone call from school saying Andy's refused to get on the school minibus. She's then spoken to him at school and tried to persuade him to do it. I've had no contact from school. Anna's now started work, and we don't know if he actually, or I don't know if he actually got on the minibus or not. Now, it doesn't normally leave for another 5 minutes or so, so I'm guessing we'll know in 5 minutes. If I haven't had a call from them in 5 minutes, then I'll assume that he did end up getting on it, but it's certainly, he's not just volunteered to get on it without any issue. There's something going on, and I don't know what that something is. I don't know why he's refusing to get on it, but it's definitely something we need to monitor, because this is one of those warning signs that we had all that time ago when he was refusing to go to school. It all started with issues surrounding transport, and we know he's had a lot of messing around when it comes to school transport this year already. So fingers crossed they've not tried to change even more stuff. He might have just had his final straw of being on a minibus full of a load of kids. He sits in the back of the minibus now. I don't know if I've mentioned that in the vlog. That's been going on for about a week since we raised the issue of him sitting in the front. And he always used to hate being sat in the back of the minibus because he's squashed in with all the other kids and they poke him and prod him, and he just generally doesn't like being in the back of the minibus surrounded by all the other kids. It's one of the main reasons why he refused to get that transport to school, refused to go to school, and he's perhaps decided, you know what, I'm not feeling that today, I'm just not going to get on the bus. But I'm taking the fact that I've been talking to you for a couple of minutes and I still haven't had a phone call, I'm taking that to be a positive thing, and that he has got on. Hopefully there'll be more information to share when he gets here, and we're going to have to keep an eye on this for the rest of the week, because like I say, it could be the start of problems going forward, and it's not even as simple as just going back to his previous individual transport, individual PA situation, because the PA that he had to help him with that ended up resigning, presumably because she didn't want to be in charge of a minibus full of kids. So they can't just tomorrow morning have her back. I mean, that I'm assuming they might be able to ring her up and say, actually, do you want your old job back, just one-on-one with Andy, and she might do it. But I'm speculating wildly there. Let's wait and see what happens. Well, the plot thickens. He's home, usual time. The taxi people weren't aware of him refusing to get on. I guess he got on fine once they were there, but maybe he told his teacher, whoever that might have been today, maybe he told his teacher that he didn't want to get home. Maybe they just worded it wrong and he said no, I don't know. Maybe what Anna said on the phone worked. Who knows? What I do know is there's absolutely nothing written in his homeschool communication thing. Literally nothing. The only thing that's in the folder is a bunch of letters that we got a phone call. I forget whether it must have been yesterday or maybe Friday. We got a phone call telling us how urgent it was to sign these letters and send them back, and they're still just sat in his folder. As ever, if I've got nothing nice to say, I won't say anything at all, so I won't be talking about the school anymore today. Have you had a good day then?
Yep.
Yeah? What did you do?
Go see, play Nintendo Dogs, Cat.
Oh, you're playing Nintendo Dogs now, are you?
Female woman.
Yes, Mummy's... Where's Mummy?
Is that the co-op?
Yeah, Mummy's at work at the co-op. But you've had a good day?
Yes.
You're happy?
Yeah.
I don't understand. No idea. I'll check in on him throughout the evening. Obviously, we're going to be in the same room. But,
good boy.
I mean, you can see him. He seems completely fine. Not upset, not stressed, just fine. Several hours have passed and I'm starting to remember why I very rarely vlog on these days when Anna's at work, because Andy has been in the room for the grand total of however long in the night garden is. From pretty much the moment he came in, he went upstairs. He's not got a migraine, he's not sleeping, he's not ill. He tends to do this when it's just me and him here. His only real reason for socialising with anybody is to socialise with Anna, because she's the only person he really is interested in at all. So when it's just me and him, he's got no reason to stay in the room, other than when he wants to come down and watch In the Night Garden, which he was blasting out of that TV tonight. I thought, you know what, I'm not going to film this, I'm just going to leave him to it. It's going to be major background noise if I try and film him doing it. And I'll try and have a conversation with him without the camera being there off-putting. Not a chance, not interested. And literally the moment the credits rolled or the last bit came up and it flicked over to whatever's on next on CBeebies at this time of night, turned the TV off, went straight upstairs I hadn't even turned the light on yet. I just don't think he's feeling being on the vlog today, and not really feeling being downstairs today. But there is something I wanted to talk to you about. It's not going to be the shortest episode in the history of the world. I wanted to talk to you about a video that I linked to on my community page 2 days ago, I think, when you're watching this. I tweeted about it yesterday for you, Facebook yesterday for you, and it's a video on Sheepdog's channel. Sheepdog, you know Sheepdog, he's this guy from when we go to conventions, the one always at the back messing around on his phone, usually playing Pokemon Go. That's Sheepdog. I've known Sheepdog for many years. We went to university together, we started podcasting together. The reason I am a man of the internet today is because me and Sheepdog became men of the internet together way back in, I want to say 2009. It could have been 2010. We started podcasting. We even had a go at YouTube back then. My really most terrible early YouTube videos were all done with Sheepdog. In fact, he used to edit them because I didn't know how to edit video. So he'd hold the camera, point the camera at me, I'd talk, he'd edit it all together, put it on YouTube. I didn't know how to do any of that stuff. So if you find our original channel, you'll find some of my really old videos, including videos where I don't have a beard. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about. I wanted to talk to you about the video, his most recent upload on his channel, Sheepdog Says, which you should subscribe to anyway, because you always see him in these videos. Why wouldn't you just subscribe to him? But now you've got a reason. We have some crossover content on our channel, and there's going to be a story told over the coming weeks and months and years on his channel. There's a story I could never tell you, but it will probably interest you if you're interested in the content we do on this channel. Rather than me telling it, this is what he said.
But basically, since Bosco's been at school, he's been having sort of observations, reviews, checkups and so forth. You know, as people have probably picked up on the videos, his behaviour is slightly different, and you know, it's not bad behaviour, it's just different behaviour. And basically, you know, we've suspected for a while that there's, you know, maybe an underlying cause or an underlying thing there. And most recently, he's had a report carried out at the end of term last year. We've had a meeting about it just gone, and we've had a load of paperwork through, basically saying that the recommendation is that they're going to look at Bosco and treat him as though he is on the autistic spectrum.
And like I say, that's a story I can never tell you here, because Andy was already diagnosed by the time I met him. I met Andy when he was 7. He'd already been diagnosed like 3 or 4 years at that point. I wasn't part of the diagnosis process. I have no first-hand experience of it. I don't know what it's like to go through as a parent. I don't know how it feels. I don't understand the frustrations. I've heard about them from Anna, and heard about some over the last year or so, really, from Sheepdog. And he's now decided to go public and discuss where they're at with their diagnosis journey. It very much sounds like everyone's kind of working on the assumption that there's an ASD diagnosis that will come, but as anyone who's been through that knows, that might not come for a year or 2 years or however long it might take. And I think if you're ever going to subscribe to Sheepdog's channel, now would be a time to head over there, drop a sub, especially if you're interested in that side of being an autism parent, or maybe if you've gone through it yourself, you're wondering if a diagnosis is something you should be pursuing, either for yourself or for a family member. I think it's probably going to be some content there that is going to be valuable to you. Now, similar to how things are in this channel, he's not an autism channel, we're not an autism channel. This is my daily vlog, that's his daily vlog. So you don't expect every video to be about autism. In fact, I think he's got like 200 videos now, and that's the first one where he's ever mentioned autism, I think. But obviously now he's started that story, I would expect regular check-ins on that content as he goes through, as well as all of his other normal conversational vloggy stuff that he does. So drop him a subscribe, the link is down in the description to this video, and I don't know, let's push him up over 1,000 subscribers or something. Throw a whole load of people at him, blow his mind by having a load of you steam over there, and if nothing else, show your support for that video, because it would have been a really difficult video to make, and drop a like on it. Show him that you appreciate him sharing that side of life, and tell him you want more if that's what you'd want to hear from him, or tell him you want more talk about Pokemon Go if you'd prefer that. Just go over there and chat with the man. He's he's Sheepdog, isn't he? Remember, he's this guy.
It's useless.
So you may as well just go and drop a sub anyway. And he just took himself off to bed in the end. I went upstairs about 8:10 to tell him it was time to do his teeth and get ready for bed, and he was already lying in bed fast asleep.
Kevin.
Don't you give me Kevin. Anna's just got home. Come sit with me. I want you to come and tell everybody about the phone call, because we're a little bit at a loss as to what's happened. Come sit with me.
Oh,
So-
it was so 13 hours.
It's gone 10 o'clock at night and Anna's just got in from work, having walked home from the co-op, which is like 1.5 miles away.
I'm standing for 7 hours.
Yeah. So what did they say to you on the phone, and what did you say to Andy?
There goes Andy's in the ICT room and he's saying no boss. I was like, and he just wants to see me. I was like, alright. And he's like, can you talk to him on the phone? I was like, well, I'm literally going, like, start work in 5 minutes. He goes, well, I'm just have to put this phone down and go to that room. So I'm like, hey, he phoned back like 2 minutes later. And I said to Andy, I was like, you alright, Andy? And he's like, yes. I was like, are you coming home on the taxi? And he went, yes. I went, okay, well, I'll see you later. And he went, okay.
Exactly, so exactly what I've said. The taxi people knew nothing about it. I think all that's happened is whatever he was doing in the ICT room, he hadn't quite finished. They said, come on, let's go. And he said no. Anyway, there you go.
Okay.
We've got some resolution to the story. I've cooked your dinner.
No, you didn't.
So our diets start again tomorrow. We have cookbooks.
Mine is.
Well, don't tell anybody what we're doing. It's always a secret. You can't put it on Instagram or anything. It's a secret until we make the video about it.
When will that be?
At least a week. So, new diet starts tomorrow. So Anna's got a kebab.
And chips.
And chips. So we will end today's vlog there. If you have enjoyed it, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Subscribe to the channel for more daily vlogs. And thank you very much for watching.
Gonna yawn.
Cheer instead.